I've woken up this morning and there is a storm. Yay! I'm down in a valley floor, which is never a clever place to be when storms are happening, but I'm elevated up, so I think I'm alright. I've already heard rock falls on my left, and then I have a river on my right and a river behind me. It's going to be wet, slippy. I've got to do river crossings today. I'm just going to sit it out for a couple hours, see if it subsides. At the moment there's no point in going out there. So a storm has been in for a while and it's just starting to subside now on the rain front. However, yesterday evening I walked down a riverbed, a nice dry riverbed. It's one of many creeks that runs into Dirty Devil River, which I have to cross about a few times today, quite a few times. Anyway, that's the river that wasn't there yesterday. That is the water that's come off the mountains, and that is just one of the creeks that runs into Dirty Devil River. So I'm going to wait, let the water go down, because if that's just the creek, the river's going to be exponentially, well, it's going to be much bigger. One of the problems around here is water, and with the rain I'm suddenly getting all these little drips coming off the mountain, so I'm just going to filter my water. And yeah, I'm just trying to be sensible. I don't want to get injured by being stupid. This is the next stage of my trail. So I'm down here in this creek, and this is Dirty Devil River coming up here. Now, when it rains in these canyons, because of the way the rock is, all the water just suddenly pours down, collects in the canyon floor and becomes like a torrent of water. As I pointed out earlier, the river that is now massively flowing on my right wasn't there yesterday, but as soon as it rains, these rivers become big. So I'm looking at the map and I'm seeing that I have 15 river crossings today in the first kind of 7 to 10k. And it's not on any sort of trail, so this is picking your way through the river. I'm being sensible. I'm probably being overly cautious, but what I'm going to do is wait for the rain to stop, and then hopefully in like an hour or two I will pack up and I'm going to make my way down and I'm going to attempt to do it. If it looks dangerous, I'm going to back off, but right now the river is way too high, so they say if in a storm, stay put. So that's kind of what I'm doing at the moment. So the sun came out for a couple of minutes. I got excited, packed up my bag and decided, you know what, I'll give it a crack. Eyes gone grey again, I think. It's about to probably get worse than it was. I just want to see if there's any way there's a track up on top of here. See if I can find a way up to the right. I might be able to get onto a track which would take me along, avoiding all the rivers, and then down one river crossing. But as you can see, it's high, steep banks, so it's very unlikely that I'll actually be able to get through. Without a shadow of a doubt, I should have trusted my intuition and stayed exactly where I was. Storm has, I think what I witnessed earlier was the precursor to the storm. Now it's really, really horrible outside. That river is over waist deep, and with this backpack I just wouldn't be able to get across because it is silt bottomed and there's quicksand. So due to the rain, it's just impassable. It's just flowing far too quickly. I left my beautiful campsite, wandered 3 kilometers pretty much around in circles, and now I need to find somewhere to camp. Trapped literally between a rock and a watery hellhole. About 2 kilometers from where I woke up this morning, I'm back in my tent. The rain storm has set back in after a brief spell of sunshine. I'm now just smelly and wet in my tent. It's hailing! What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my god, lightning! Thunder! This is not what's meant to be happening. It's meant to be hot. Al, you got out of this so lightly. Thunder, lightning, hailstorm, wind. Everything is raging out there, and being British, I'm just gonna have a cup of tea. Just don't really know what else to do. Fix everything, doesn't it, a cuppa? Shouldn't do this in your tent. This is bad. I think the storm is over there now, and we have blue sky. The only question now is whether the amount of water in the river will go down between now and tomorrow, because it has gone up all day, and I can't cross it until it goes down. Day 17, the storm has subsided. No more thunder, lightning, hailstorms, that kind of stuff. The ground is very wet, which is irritating. But more irritating is the river is still very high. Look at, you can see these massive, like, kind of currents right the way through the middle there. And this is the thin part of the river. I'm sorry, I'm just not stupid enough to cross that by myself. If I was here with someone else, then maybe, but that is a fast-flowing, flooded river on silt. Not a chance. I am going to go and look for an alternative route. And I found another canyon. If I follow that canyon all the way up, I don't know how steep it is, but if I follow that canyon up, I managed to find a way up the left-hand bank of that. I get onto a track, which is probably the way I should have gone originally, but this is where I camped 2 nights ago. This is where I kind of head into the unknown a little bit, but I've always got an option to go back the way I came. It's always the option. Got to do what I feel safe. If it doesn't feel safe, you shouldn't do it. I like to stay alive. It's going to be a wet feet day today, I think. Lots of river crossings. Beautiful though. I'm going for nearly 9 kilometres this morning. Just doubling down, I think is probably the correct way to put it. The canyon is getting thinner. I thought the walls were going to get lower, but that really hasn't been the case. But, whoa! Sinking sandy stuff, whoa, bushes. Right, this is where I have to start climbing up, I think. 14 kilometres of just persevering and believing that I could get to the end has got me out of the canyon. According to maps, there should be a trail just over here. Oh my god, this trail. How? I knew I couldn't do Dirty Devil, but I knew I could get up on this trail. This trail goes the whole way I want to go. It's a detour I've taken. It's to stop me having to cross this river 11 times. Unfortunately, I have to cross it once. No idea how deep it is. The only thing I can think to do is I'm going to strip off down to my boxers and walk very slowly as far as I can, and if it all fails I come back, and then I have to work out what the hell I'm going to do, because I'm a long way from anywhere. I made it across the river. The water came up to there. I basically was dressed like this with a backpack on, poles. I've come all the way up from the river because there was a bunch of cars around there, and I thought I looked a bit ridiculous. I wanted a bit of privacy. I got clean. I was going up a road, a track, and I decided to follow the river. That's where the true Hayduke goes. Oh my god, it's so demanding. It's like big rocks, quicksand, like put your foot down and or your pole and you just disappear. Oh my god, it's really difficult after 30 something k. When you weigh this much and you put your foot on quicksand, you drop pretty damn quickly. I just found this little spring. I'm hoping it's a spring anyway. I'm about to fill up with water from it, but